Long before Amir Arsalan became a legendary warrior, he lived as an ordinary boy among merchants, travelers, and scholars. At least, that is what the world believed. No one knew that royal blood flowed through his veins. No one knew that he was the lost heir of a fallen empire. To the people of Egypt, he was simply a clever young boy growing up under the protection of a wealthy merchant family. But destiny was already preparing him for a far greater future. As Amir Arsalan grew older, his intelligence became impossible to ignore. He learned faster than other children. He remembered everything he heard, and he possessed a curiosity that seemed to have no limits. While other boys spent their days playing in the streets, Amir spent hours listening to travelers from distant lands. Merchants arrived every week from Persia, Arabia, India, Anatolia, and lands even farther away. Each visitor brought new stories, new customs, new languages, and young Amir wanted to learn them all. Khwaja Noman, the wise merchant who had protected the queen and her son for many years, quickly recognized the boy's extraordinary potential. He decided that Amir deserved the finest education available. The best teachers were invited to instruct him. Scholars taught him history. Poets taught him literature. Philosophers taught him wisdom. Mathematicians taught him logic. And masters of language taught him how to communicate with people from every corner of the world. Years passed. Amir Arsalan absorbed knowledge like a sponge. One language became two, two became four, four became seven. Soon he could speak with merchants from many nations without needing a translator. The people around him were astonished. Even experienced scholars struggled to master so many languages. Yet Amir seemed to learn them effortlessly. Some whispered that heaven had blessed him with a rare gift. Others believed he was destined for greatness. But education was not limited to books and languages. Khwaja Noman understood that knowledge alone could not prepare a future leader. The boy also needed strength, discipline, and courage. Amir learned to ride horses across the desert. He practiced archery beneath the blazing Egyptian sun. He trained his body through long journeys and difficult challenges. Whenever he failed, he tried again. Whenever he fell, he stood up stronger than before. What impressed his teachers most was not his talent. It was his determination. He never believed he knew enough. He never stopped learning. He never stopped asking questions. The hunger for knowledge burned inside him day and night. As he entered his teenage years, Amir became known throughout the region. Travelers spoke about the brilliant young merchant's son who could speak many languages and debate scholars twice his age. People admired his intelligence, but they admired something else even more: his character. Unlike many gifted young men, Amir was humble. He treated servants with respect. He listened carefully before speaking. He helped those in need whenever he could. The poor loved him. The merchants respected him, and the scholars enjoyed his company. Without realizing it, Amir was already becoming the leader destiny intended him to be. Yet one question continued to haunt him. Who am I? Why do I feel different from everyone around me? Why does my mother sometimes look at me with sadness in her eyes? And why do certain people become nervous whenever he asked questions about his past? The answers remained hidden. The secret of his birth was still protected by those who loved him. For now, they believed the truth would only place him in danger. But secrets cannot remain buried forever. And destiny was slowly approaching. One evening, as the sun disappeared beyond the horizon, Amir stood beside the Nile River. The water reflected the colors of the sky. The wind carried the voices of distant travelers, and for reasons he could not explain, he felt that his life was about to change. Somewhere beyond Egypt, a greater future awaited him, a future filled with danger, adventure, love, and glory. The hidden prince was growing stronger. The day would soon come when the world would learn his true name. And when that day arrived, nothing would ever be the same again. For years, Amir Arsalan continued his studies and training. His reputation spread beyond Egypt. Visiting merchants often returned home with stories about the remarkable young man who seemed destined for greatness. Some praised his wisdom, others praised his courage. Many admired his ability to speak with people from different cultures as if he had known them all his life. Yet Amir himself remained unaware of the true reason for his extraordinary abilities. The blood of kings flowed through his veins. The spirit of leadership lived within him, and destiny was quietly preparing him for challenges greater than anything he could imagine. Soon, the peaceful days of learning and study would come to an end. The world beyond Egypt was changing. Powerful rulers were rising, ancient rivalries were awakening, and forces beyond Amir's knowledge had already begun moving toward him. The hidden prince was no longer a child. The first chapter of his transformation was complete. The future hero of legends stood at the edge of destiny. His greatest adventures were still ahead. And this was only the beginning. To be continued.